Okay, so welcome to part 2 of the lesson on slope fields. So ngayon naman ay i-discuss natin kung paano mag-sketch ng slope field. So we have several methods for sketching the slope field. Let's start with the simplest one, but this is also the most tedious one, and this is called the uniform grid method. Itong method na to, this is actually not widely used like official name for the method. So tatawagan natin siyang uniform grid method because it involves drawing tangent lines on a uniform grid. Okay. So in this method, ang gagawin lang natin is, so you will be given a specific region of the Cartesian plane. Syempre hindi naman natin pwedeng sketch yung slope field um, over the entire Cartesian plane. We'll just work on a certain rectangular region. So, ang gagawin natin, nagawa tayo ng grid dun sa rectangular region na yun. And then, one by one, on the points of that rectangular grid, we're going to draw the tangent line segments. Okay. So, how do we do that? Now, we are already given this equation. We have y prime is equal to f of xy. So, ang gagawin lang natin, for every point on the grid, i-plug nyo lang yung values ng x and y, and then that will give you the slope. And then, just draw the tangent line segment on that point. So, let's have an example. So, sketch. So, example. Okay. Okay. So, yung equation natin is y prime is equal to x plus y. And then, yung region, kung saan gusto nating i-drawing yung slope field, is the 10 by 10 square region given by the interval negative 5 to 5. Ayan. So, ito along the x-axis and then negative 5 to 5 din along the y-axis. So, yung value na x natin is from negative 5 to 5. Ganon din yung value nung y natin. So, i-drawing natin yung grid. So, I need 11 points, so including the origin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then pasobrahan siguro natin. Isa, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pasobrahan natin ng isa. So, ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. So, this is our grid. Okay. You will have 121 points on this grid. Kaya medyo tedious itong method na to. Okay. So, suppose gusto nyo malaman kung ano yung itsura ng tangent line segment sa point na to. So, this has coordinates 1, 1. So, 1, 1. And therefore, since y prime is equal to f of xy, and when x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, then y prime will just be equal to f of 1, 1. And xy is given by x plus y, so yung y prime natin ay 2. So therefore, 2 yung slope dito. So let's draw a line segment with slope 2. Maybe recall natin ano yung general na itsura ng mga tangent lines or ng lines in general given a certain slope. So ito yung slope na 0. Ayan. Ito yung slope na equals sa 1. So, slope equals 1, 45 degrees. So, diagonal talaga siya. And then, negative 1, ganito. M equals negative 1. So, as your slope increases, as it goes towards positive infinity, nagiging closer and closer to being a vertical line yung line natin. Kung yung slope naman ay papunta ng negative infinity, ganun din. It goes closer and closer to being a vertical line. So yung slope natin is 2. You just need to estimate how that looks like. Okay. But basically, you will have to do that for all of the points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan. Including the points on the axis. Yan. Which is why this is a very tedious method. So, hindi ko nagagawin ito. But please do this on your own. Hindi ko gagawin sa video na ito since maubos yung oras natin. Now, using the demonstration that we have, you can verify whether your slope field is correct. So, ito dapat yung makuha ninyo. So, yung f of xy dito, papalitan ko. I'm sorry, hindi. I'm showing Desmos pero hindi ko pa siya pinapakita. Ayan. So, using the Desmos demo na meron tayo, pwede nyong i-verify kung tama yung slope field na drawing ninyo. So, if f of xy is equal to x plus y, ito yon. So, ganito dapat yung itsura. Okay. So, ilagay natin yung grid. X and y axis. Maybe the grid. Ayan. So, sakto, yung grid natin dito ay negative 5 to negative 5 by negative 5 to, negative 5 to positive 5 rather. And then negative 5 to positive 5 din yung x-axis. So, ito dapat yung makuha ninyong slope field. Itong point na to na x equals 1, y equals 1, ito yung na-drawing natin. Dito. Yan. So, that's the uniform grid method. Now, let's look at another, hopefully more efficient method, which is called the isocline method. Okay, so let me just create another page. So, isocline method. But first, i-define muna natin kung ano ang isang isocline. Okay. So, given a first order equation, y prime is equal to f of xy, an isocline is the graph of f of xy equals c. Okay. So, ang ginagawa dito sa isocline methods, we're going to choose various values of c in such a way na yung mga isoclines na madodrawing natin, they will fill out the required rectangular region. So, ano nga yung gamit nitong isocline? Okay. So, recall that f of xy is equal to y prime, and the isocline is the graph of f of xy equals c. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng tangent lines on that isocline will have a slope exactly c. Okay. So, let's write that as a remark. Okay. So, every tangent line on the isocline, every tangent line on the isocline f of xy equals c has slope c. Okay. So, balikan natin yung example natin kanina. Ito, y prime is equal to x plus y. Now, instead of using the uniform grid method, let's use the isocline method to sketch the slope field. So, y prime is equal to x plus y. We are working on the same region. So, negative 5 to 5 by negative 5 to 5. Now, before we start sketching the isoclines, what do you think is the graph of x plus y equals c? Kasi ito yung f of xy natin. So, yung f of xy equals c is equivalent to the equation x plus y equals c. Okay, now this is just a first an equation of degree 1 in y. So, pwede kong i-transpose yung x sa kabila. Excuse me. I will have y equals c minus x. And this is just the graph of a straight line. So, ibig sabihin for this differential equation, yung mga isoclines natin ay mga straight lines lang. Now, take note, itong y equals c minus x, hindi siya solution dito sa differential equation natin. Okay. Ito yung graph, ito yung equation ng isocline. So, equation of an isocline. Not a solution to the differential equation. Okay. So, mag-sketch tayo ng grid. Maybe here. So, hopefully, pasok dito yung region natin. So, x and y should be between negative 5 and positive 5. Okay. Now, let's start with the isocline where c is equal to 0. So, if c is equal to 0, y is equal to negative x. Okay. So, our isocline is just the line passing through the origin with slope negative 1. So, ito yun. Ayan. So, ano ngayon ang point nitong isocline na to? Corresponding to c equals 0. Well, ang ibig sabihin lang niyan, lahat ng mga tangent lines that lie on this line, they will have slope 0. So, mga vertical lines sila. So, drawing na natin yung mga tangent lines or tangent line segments. You know what? Maybe I'll use a different color since black yung axis natin. I'll use red. Ayan. Now, let's try another value of c. So, if c, let's say c equals 2, then you will get y is equal to c minus x. 2 minus x rather. Okay, so ano nga itong isocline na to? It's the line. So, gaya nung first line natin, the slope is equal to negative 1. Nagbago lang yung y-intercept. In this case, naging 2 na siya. And in general, yung graph nitong y equals c minus x is the line with slope negative 1. And y-intercept equal to c. So let me draw the isocline corresponding to c equals 2. So ito yung 2. Ayan. So c equals 2. Then let me draw the tangent lines, or tangent line segments rather. Sorry. Our slope now is equal to 2. So ganito. Ayan. Yeah. So let's try c is equal to 4. So yung y-intercept natin na equals sa 4. Ayan. C equals 4. Maybe I'll draw the line segments later. C equals 6. Ito naman. C equals 8. Ito siya. And C equals 10. Okay. So personal choice ko ito na by increments of 2 yung C natin. Since if I do by increments of 1, masyadong magiging masikip yung graph natin. Ito naman ay C equals 10. C equals 12, yeah. And then let me draw C equals negative 2. As you can see, this is still a very tedious job, which is why we usually use software to sketch the slope fields. C is equal to negative 4, and later on I will show you one software that will allow you to sketch the slope field. But of course, dapat alam nyo rin kung paano mag-sketch manually. Ito, negative 6. Negative 8. And negative 10. Okay. So yung value ng C natin ay palaki ng palaki dito sa direction na to, and then pababa naman dito sa direction na to. So ang mangyayari, yung mga tangent lines natin, habang pupunta tayo dito sa direction na to, yung mga tangent lines natin, lumalaki din yung slope nila. So they become steeper and steeper. So dito naman, negative 2. Or rather, maybe like this. How should the slope look like when c is equal to negative 2? Yung slope ng line na to ay negative 1. Ayan. So ito yung slope na negative 1. So it will look something like this. Ayan. So as you go in this direction, your tangent lines will also become steeper and steeper. And so when you complete this, okay, you can verify your sketch using Desmos. I-on natin yung Desmos. Actually, nakita na natin to kanina. So as you can see, papunta dito sa, what's this, the northeast direction, the tangent lines become steeper and steeper. Dito naman sa southwest direction, yes, steeper and steeper din. Yan. Yeah. So if you complete this, you will get something like this.